I want to talk about something: the cost of success. Success and easy life are mutually exclusive, meaning there's always a trade off. If you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something simultaneously. That's always the case. For example, if I'm saying yes to a night out with friends on a weekend, I'm saying no to working on my side hustle or even spending time with my family. Or if I'm saying yes to working on a big project during the weekends, I'm saying no to spending time with my family, right? That's always the case. There's always the cost of something. And there's this entrepreneur called Alex Hormozy. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He's in US, has a huge millions of dollars of portfolio company called acquisition.com, and he posted a tweet a few months ago saying that I have missed so many football games, so many weddings, so many parties, so many hangouts with friends over the years because I was working on my business. I was working to be successful, right? And that's the cost he chose to accept. And people were actually crushing him online, some of them. And he has, because people, you have to understand, people who are polarizing, they have haters and lovers equally, right? So some people were actually questioning that he's obsessed, that he should have some kind of a social life. But that's the thing, he said that I'm okay with it. He acknowledges it. He's not in denial that I can be successful, have all the money, be self-made in the world and still enjoy, have parties and everything. No, he realizes that time is limited, because let's face it, everybody only gets 24 hours, right? So he's okay with that. And these people, if you see most of the successful people, there was a guy called Jerry Weintraub. He wrote the book When I Stop Talking You'll Know I'm Dead. He's actually the producer of Ocean's 11, those famous movies with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. And he mentioned in his book that I had strained relationships with my children, but they get to fly in private jets, and what can you tell them? Because that's the cost of success. Always busy networking with the Hollywood moguls and people, flying out, having parties and doing business. That was his life, right? And he accepted that. And many successful people or rich people you see, you'll get to know that they have strained relationships, they have strained families, they're divorced a couple of times, not many are close to their children. Because you have to see what you're seeing there is extreme. When we talk about extreme success, people like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or even Steve Jobs, these kind of people, and their success is extreme in the sense it's 0.1% or even less than that of the over 8 billion population we have in the world. So if somebody has that kind of success, obviously their life would be extreme in the sense their relationships would be extreme. Their families won't be like the rest 99.9%. That's just the reality. So when we want to say that we want to become so and so person, we want to become like him, you have to acknowledge that the cost to become that is huge. And are you willing to pay it? Because not everybody is willing to pay the price. I want to have six-pack abs, I want to work out, I want to have a 7-figure business, never want to work a day in my life, have a happy husband, wife, or whatever partner you want to choose, kids and everything, keeping my family happy, have lots of friends and everything should be perfect. That's just not the reality. That's not going to happen, because you have to understand that if you want to break into the one person mold, you should be willing to do something which 99% of the people won't do. As long as you accept that, as long as you're willing to bear that cost, as long as you're willing to pay that price in the form of hard nights, sweat, blood, tears, in the form of strained relationships, families, the cost to achieve your dreams and living your life to the fullest, if that's what you want, then go for it. And people might call you obsessed, people might call you that you have a single track mind, people might call you that you're not a family person, but who cares? At the end of the day, whatever you do, you should be happy, content and satisfied with whatever you are doing. Be very much aware of where you are and where you want to go and what it's going to cost you, because then it just helps to set the expectation right for yourself, for the people who are around you. Because most of the people live an average life, and the living an average life comes at the cost of your dreams. There's so many people who wish that they could do this and this and this, but due to responsibilities or whatnot, or maybe just laziness, or maybe just being stuck in that comfort zone, or whatever the thing it is, they're stuck in that. And as long as they're okay with it, there's nothing wrong with leading an average life, so to speak. Because what is average anyway, or what is success anyway? What we spoke about was what society considers for any semblance of success, in the sense that even if you're famous remotely, if you make a lot of money than the majority of the population, and if you do things which just the average commoner can't do, then we can consider it success, right? But of course, I do believe that everybody has their own personal definition of success. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with leading an average life, there's nothing wrong with aspiring to be successful, but it would be just prudent to understand what's associated with what.